guys, welcome back to Choose Your Own Path. We are working on the Finch. So this is what I got done. Sanded it down, brought out, you can see that I brought out its body kind of thing, just something different to look at. There's our reference to what we're looking at doing, but it's a different Finch. It's not mine. This is mine, so that's the way it is. So I'm going to set you up and we are going to get the razor tip out and we're going to start. So we got our razor tip out. We got the sharpest I guess tip we can get because I don't have any sharper. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go about burning our bird. So I'll start off with the eyes, just to get reference to where my eyes want to be. If it's a bit too hot, we bring it down. So very simple. You can see this razor tip really puts a lot of heat out, so you have to be careful. And all we're doing is we're just working on the eye first. We'll just get around it, then we'll do the other side. We just want to get the color there, the bird, so that when we go to paint it, we'll see where we're at. Okay, so we're gonna do the head all the way down to the beak. So all we're doing is, I guess we can do the beak. The beak has a sort of lines through it, so just want to start off with one straight line. Kind of straight, well, straight as we can get it. And then all we're gonna do is continuously burn lines through. So you could make your lines follow each other. You can make your lines straight all the way down. It doesn't matter. You just want to get a good burn in it. Maybe a little bit more heat. And then follow through. And make sure you got as much as you can covered. Okay, because you want your bird to look like it's not featherings, it's more of a, well, I guess it is feathering. You just want to get it in there as much as you can, not to leave huge gaps that make your bird look funny. And all the way. And then we're gonna follow, when it comes to this point, we're gonna follow the bird through, so it gives it a round kind of a look. So we'll get to that. The razor tip is a really good, it's probably one of the better brands out there. I'm sure if you have another brand, that's fine, you could use it. This is the brand I use. Razor Tip, very good company. They make the snake scales for us. You know, it's just something different. So I want to follow, like I said, I want to follow this line here when we're going around. And I'm looking at his bird, and it's a random pattern of these lines. Not all of them go straight up and like straight through. They basically, they connect, they go off, they go long, they go a little short. You just want to get a lot of little lines in there for that bird effect. You can kind of make them like this. I'm doing them kind of squiggly lines, just to show that the bird is actually rounding off. I mean, it's up to you. This is your design, my design. You do what you want. Okay. And then our bird ends here, so we have to make sure we keep that look right till it gets undercut. All right. And we try to get as close as we can to the edge where the feathers is. All right. And then following the head like so. The sharper the tip you use, the better it'll turn out. This is not, I have other ones. One of the things I do have is extras, and what you could do with that is you could shape your own, which is really good because then you could see what sizes you want and how big they are, and, you know, so on and so forth. We're gonna do one side of the bird. So from here, we want the bird to basically, the way we're looking at his bird is we want it to flow this way. You can see that. I should bring it out here. The bird flows like outwards. So we'll start off here. You can see that I make big spaces and I fill in my lines after. This way, it gives me that look of I'm contouring with the bird. All right, if that makes sense, I don't know. Could maybe. What the hell do I know? But the more little lines you get in there, the more the bird is, it looks realistic. So you can see that. And you can put deeper burns in for bigger effects. It's up to you. But we also want to keep this bird flowing the same way. When I say flowing is the bird will come this way and the bird will come that way. So if you could see this part, we need to go this way so that the bird, you know, we don't get confused. And then we'll just, again, you could just draw a line straight down with your bird so you know where you're at. It's always the simple way. And we're gonna go all the way up to the tail feather. All right. So this way we know we could just keep on angling our bird's feathers like so. So I'll keep on doing this and I'll show you the end. All right, so the final step is to put into the wings. So I did all the other ones because it took a long time to watch. So all I'm doing is I'm just angling some nice lines to go through to make it look like it's got sort of a curve to it. All right, so as close as I can get them. Like I said, this is a bigger tip, so a smaller tip would have been nicer, but we do what we do, right? So just to get, you can see the gap between it, we're leaving that empty as because of the look of the bird, of the feathers. And we just go right along this line. All the way through. We're getting quite of a deep burn. Not too deep because like you won't see the brown once it's painted, like the darkness, but you'll see the lines. So another good thing is you really want to make sure you get some good burning into these lines here so that it'll stick out. And then where I made his hood, you can see that I kind of outlined it here, so that'll show up better. You can see it on this side too. All right, so yeah, basically that's how I burn my feathers in for this guy. It's a learning experience. Can't say that I've ever done it this way before yet. Now I can. So I'm just gonna draw up my line up here, burn it in a little deeper so you can see it later on. Like I said, these guys here, you could just give them a little darker, because I noticed on his Finch, his lines, they really burn in. You really want to see some separation of feathers, I guess, like very tight feathers, and that would be cool. So next step, guys, will be painting. Bringing it to the airbrush station inside, and we'll see what colors we can get this Finch to look like. We're not going to go with the gray one like he did. We're going to try a different color, maybe try to find a nice colorful bird and go from there. So yeah, let's get into the house and do that, guys. We're going to start airbrushing. So we're going to go for a yellow Finch, black with some white. So we're going to start off by putting our white. We're going to use an ink. So today we're using a water brush, which is stuck. The other one, I have to get something to straighten out the needle, which is just a little tool that we'll find. So we're just going to add some white to we're using an ink. So we're just going to go about just layering it in white. Just sort of giving it a base coat so the other paints will stick well to it. Not too thick. Hear the noise in the background? That's my 3D printer. It's pretty good. Death moves. Don't ask me. So once we got the white coat based on it, like so, we're going to focus on mostly the white where we want it, which will be under the tail, right here. And then we do have some of the tips that we want to keep white, fairly white. We'll just keep those guys darker. Couple of little lines in here. We'll add more to that after anyway. Alright. Okay. So we got the white pretty much on. So a couple seconds to dry. We're going to switch out the paint. Got some yellow going on. So what we want to do is make sure that we're keeping the breast head black. So we're just going to make a little bit of an outline to where we don't want the yellow to be. I'm going to try something like that. We're going to let it dry so we can add more paint to it, because when paint is wet and you're just laying it on top of it, it's not really doing anything. It's just basically, it takes forever to dry if you do that way. So we are going to just let it settle for a bit, and then we're going to go into the blacks. And then there's the beak is going to be orange, right? So set that guy down and change out our color. Now we're going to add our black. So we want to make our hood black. We're just layering the color on it. Also going to make the feathering, black, where we're going to start from one end we're going to keep that spot open there, because we're going to keep that as a white. what I did was I shadowed it a bit, so hard to see on camera, but it tones down the yellow. We add more yellow after, just to give it that tone down look. We're gonna let it dry. We're gonna go back to the white. So we're gonna let it dry for about 5 minutes and see what happens. Back into the whites. So we said we want to put white here. And we're just going to add a little bit of white to the tip here. Same thing on this side. We're going to clean up his eye with the paintbrush and then just kind of pop around the black here too. So I'm just going to clean this up a bit and then we'll go to the paintbrush and we'll finish it. Alright, so now we're just going to take our yellow and we're just going to get those spots kind of that we overdid. And we're just going to clean up some of the lines. We're just using an airbrush paint, so we'd straighten out some of those lines, I guess. And we can get a clean line going on there. What we're going to do is we're going to pull back some of this black, make the head more pronounced. Then we need to take our black wash out our paintbrush here for a bit. We're just going to go back into the eyes. Just to say that we got his eyes black. I like to wear this, the magnifying glass. Just to clean up the lines. Or painter. But I think it looks good. What do you think? Alright, well, maybe. So we're gonna leave it dry. And we'll leave it at this. We'll figure out something to put it on. So show you the progress of the final steps, I guess. Nice. Yeah. So we are 99.9% done our Finch. I'm gonna give you a little turnaround, show you. I love the Diamond Willow. That's my favorite of all of them. The stain takes so well on it. So what I did was I carved a little perch for him to sit in. He'll get knocked in there. We'll put a nail in there, glue him on there, and he's all painted up. It's a different style bird. It still needs a base, which is nothing. I'm just gonna probably cut out one of those logs out there and slap them on there. But yeah, that's the end of the Finch that I made. So hope you guys liked it. I'll post pictures of it when it's completely finished, but it is finished, so it just needs a base, and it's not gonna be nothing complicated, nothing, I'm not doing anything elaborate on it or nothing. So yeah, like, subscribe, share, tip jar at the bottom, cuts all tools that I use. Took me 2 days to do this. not very many hours. If I could do it, you can do it, guys. Thanks for watching and choose your own path. Right on. Here's the bird. A little closer. Love that stuff. All right, take care, guys.